A lot of you are owed a reimbursement from the kingdom of darkness, and God is ready to reimburse you. How many of you have ever worked for a job where a company where you have invested your own time or you've spent your own money outside of your regular obligations for the job, or you have spent time outside of your allocated hours that you're supposed to work? For instance, you might have spent extra time that you were not getting paid for, or you might have traveled somewhere and you might have used your own car and you paid gas, or you have gone somewhere where you had to pay for expenses such as renting a hotel room or something, and then the company reimburses you. They reimburse you because this is time that you spent your own time. The company caused you an inconvenience and things were taken out of your pocket that you were not credited for. This was something that you did not receive a benefit for. You were something you have lost as a result of doing work for this company. And so a lot of us are walking around where the kingdom of darkness has benefited off of things that belong to us. They have caused us an inconvenience. They have taken things from us that we were supposed to have had, and they have caused us to lose time. They have caused delays. They have gained access to something that they did not have authorization to have. So therefore, we are owed a reimbursement. We are owed a reimbursement from the kingdom of darkness, and God is going to reimburse us. As it says, if you believe God is a God of judgment, justice, says in his Bible, judgment and justice is the habitation of his throne. This means without his judgment and justice, his throne would not exist. He has to have justice. That is something that is part of his being, is justice. And a lot of people have been walking around getting access to things that God has given his children. You know, we are all created with certain things. We are created with certain gifts, certain talents. And I talk about this many a times, but there have been people in the kingdom of darkness, within the kingdom of darkness, who have stolen things that did not belong to them. And they have caused an inconvenience to certain people, God's children. As you look at me today, I create my own mask. I've been creating my own mask, my own face mask for about 2 years now. And I started doing this because I used to have a skin complexion where I would just wake up and wash my face with Dove soap or Andy cocoa butter bar. And I didn't have to put on a bunch of makeup. I didn't put on any makeup. I just got out of bed and I washed my face, and my face was flawless. I didn't have any imperfections on my skin. I didn't have acne, melasma, blemishes, or any of those breakouts. I didn't have none of that stuff. And before you just listen to it, we're going to get to a point. I know I talked about this before, but all of a sudden I just started breaking out. My face, and I was in my 30s, okay? Before any of you try to say it got something to do with youth. If you take care of your skin and you take care of your body, and you don't have bad habits, meaning you're not eating unhealthy foods, you're not drinking and smoking, you're taking care of your skin, you're washing your face on a regular basis, you're not using things that break you out, and you're conscious of your face and you take care of your health, you can look youthful for a long period of time. The Bible says that we have longevity where God gives us up to 120 years. And there are people who, if you take care of your body, you can look youthful for a long period of time. And you can actually be youthful. Your body can be youthful if you train it the right way. There's no reason for people to walk around looking very old. It's when people have poor health habits. That's why their skin looks, messed up, or, they might suffer from depression and they can't wash their face every day or do certain things to maintain their health. And so this is why they might have poor skin or poor, health. And so I had the genetics that we had. Even though I didn't put much effort into it, I had flawless skin. My skin was very clear, was very smooth. I didn't have breakouts. I didn't have blemishes or hyperpigmentation problems. I didn't have any of that. So all of a sudden, I just started getting all these blemishes. My face would start itching constantly. And I was getting all these darkened marks around my chin, around my cheeks, around my upper lip. And I had these big dark circles under my eyes. And I was like, what is all this coming from? I had all this acne and eczema all around my face and forehead. And I just could not understand what was going on. So the Lord gave me an idea where I started creating my own face mask. And I would go out and buy these face masks. Okay, I would buy the products to make these face masks. Now, here's a picture. I'm going to put a picture here of me wearing face masks. I've been using this faithfully. And so the products, the ingredients that I was using to make these masks were costly. I had to keep buying the ingredients to make the mask. And every time I would go out and buy these ingredients, I would make my mask and mix it up at home, make my own mask, put it on my face. And my face would look so radiant and glowing and smooth afterwards. The blemishes would be going away. I would see an even skin tone. My face would look clear. The acne would go away as I'm using these face masks. And within a couple of days, or maybe after a day or so, after my face looks flawless and great again, I'm getting my complexion back. My skin is looking youthful and vibrant again. All of a sudden, the eczema will come right back. The bumps will be all over my face. And the Lord was showing me that there was a person using sorcery and witchcraft, forming soul ties with me, casting their burdens upon me, because they were envious of my skin and they were putting their burdens upon me. They didn't take care of their skin. They had poor skin problems, and they would cast it on me. So I was using all this money to buy these face masks. And every time I would do it, my skin would look nice, but it's like they would undo all of the work. So my money was going to waste. Not only that, I was working out. I was exercising. I had joined fitness centers. I was joining the gym. I was paying money every month to go to the gym, to maintain my health, weight loss, because I had lost weight twice. I made a fitness book. I wrote a fitness book on how to lose 100 pounds because I lost 96 pounds in 6 months. I had the type of body where I could gain muscle very quickly. I could lose weight very quickly, and it did not take me a long time to lose weight. And so I come up with, a regimen to lose weight. I had made this fitness book for women because I wanted to help other women. Not only that, people who had seen me, because after a period of time, I gave this story where I was suffering from depression a long time ago, very long time ago, after I had children and everything. I was dealing with special needs kids. It was overwhelming. And so I had allowed myself to become out of shape. But then I started focusing on my health. I came back to the Lord. He helped me undergo a weight loss regimen where I lost all this weight. And people who had saw me, they witnessed this with their own eyes. They witnessed me go from, all this weight. I was probably like at 250 pounds, and they witnessed me lose all this weight. And they all were coming around me, asking me, how did you lose the weight? And so I was giving people advice. I didn't mind. I was the type of person, I shared this advice with these people. And I gave them the advice. I was telling them how to lose weight, how to stay healthy. And so I just decided, you know what? I loved to write. I was a writer. I could write. I had skills and gifts for writing. I said, I'm going to write a book because everybody keeps asking me, and maybe I can just share this knowledge with the world. And that was my motivation. I wanted to help others. So I wrote this fitness book and told people how I lost all this weight. And then all of a sudden I started gaining all this weight back. All of a sudden I started craving junk food, even though I'd stopped eating junk food. I had, this vegetarian lifestyle. And the Lord was telling me again, this person was passing their burdens upon me. They were transferring demon spirits inside of me. They were putting their burdens upon me because they did not eat healthy. So they were putting all this on me, and they caused me to gain weight. And so it got to the point where no matter how much I worked out, I could not gain muscle. I could not lose weight, because every time I did lose a little bit of weight, anytime I saw any type of progress, all that would come right back. It's like I would lose the progress overnight. Like I would go to the gym and work hard. I would spend money on gym memberships. I would put in all the effort, all the time, working out every day faithfully for weeks and months, just for my progress to be removed from me. And so if any of you who know how money is, you're a business person, you want to be paid for your time. You don't want to do something and have it just, it's like overnight, everything is sabotaged and it's undone. And so when you're putting in money, all the money I was spending on gym memberships, all the time I was putting into working out on my body, even right now to this day, I've been running for over 3 months. I've been running now. I've started back running because it was so hard. It took a long time for me to get back to running. And that's another thing. This person was holding on to my running. I could not run because they got a triathlon and everything off of my gifts and talents. They stole my destiny. And many of you are walking around right now. You can't move forward because people have held on to something that was yours, that God meant for you. But I would run every day. And normally when you run, the more you run, you get stronger. You're able to run longer. You're able to increase. And as I'm getting progress, it's like I will run, and then all of a sudden I can't. It's like the next day, even after 2 days, I would go from running 4 or 5 days strong to the next week I only run 2 days and I'm feeling so fatigued and worn out. It's like my muscles I'm like my muscles are gone, and this person keeps stealing, keep taking everything out of me, taking my progress. After 3 months, I still cannot move forward. I cannot progress in my running. I cannot progress in anything. It's because these people keep taking things. So you're now wasting my time. You have now taken all of my progress, because time is money, and I am owed money. I am owed reimbursements for all the time you have taken from me. Because see, I have not been able to move forward despite all the hard work I've been putting into it. I've been working out faithfully now for like a year, about several months, and have not seen much progress at all. Before I could lose 96 pounds in 6 months. And by now all the work I put into, all the effort, I'm not seeing the effort because people have been taking it. And so I'm here to let you know that God is ready to reimburse. Because see, time is money. People have caused you to lose out on things. You've probably been working very hard. Many of you have been working on your businesses. You've been working to grow your business. But every time you get close to capitalizing on some type of accomplishment or achievement, you're able to move forward in your business. Something happens where you're set back, and all these setbacks are coming because the people are using the kingdom of darkness. They're using satanic powers and sorcery and witchcraft to steal your progress from you. You've been putting in effort. You've been putting in the hard work. And you have not been seeing the rewards. You have not been reaping the harvest because people have been stealing that from you. And so God is saying, here's the time now where he is ready to reimburse you. He is ready to reimburse you for all your hard work, all your effort, all your time, all the money you have spent to get nowhere because people have been taking your progress. They've been stealing what did not belong to them. They did not put in all that hard work. They did not put in all that time and effort. They did not spend that money on those things, but they have stolen what did not belong to them. And so now God is looking at them like, okay, I saw you do this. I saw you steal from that person. I saw you take away their hard work and effort and steal it for yourself, and it did not belong to you. And so now he is ready to come forward, and he's ready to start reimbursing you, and he's ready to bring down those who are part of the kingdom of darkness. You have not reconciled anything. If those of you who have been stealing, and you know you've been stealing, even if you're taking people's looks and beauty, a lot of you might say, oh, beauty is vain. Beauty is not vain if you're not puffed up with pride. God loves beauty. If he did not love beauty, he would not create it beautiful things. He had created people beautiful for purposes, significant purposes. As you remember, Esther in the Bible was a very beautiful woman, and God used her for a purpose. She gained favor with the king, and she was ultimately led to save the Jews. Okay, she saved the Jews from destruction because of her beauty. God used her beauty to put her in a position that she was needed for to fulfill her purpose. And so when you take from someone, you might think, oh, pass it off as to get away with it. Oh, it's just beauty. It just looks. No, God cares about looks. Okay. When you're taking something that belongs to another human being that he did not give to you, you're not coveting something. You're taking something. You're inhibiting that person's purpose. There have been people who have gone on and broken milestones and made achievements with their looks and their beauty. There have been people who became Miss USA or Miss Universe, and they have broken milestones, became the first Black person. They've opened up doors for their people through these feats that they have achieved with their beauty or their success or their gifts and their talents that God has given them. There have been people who have gone on. They have had modeling careers. They have done things. They have achieved an astronomical amount of wealth because of their beauty. And they have been able to therefore do things that God wanted them to do to help others. So don't ever say that, oh, that's something petty and frivolous. Whatever God has given a person, he's given it to them for a reason. And they're supposed to use that. Many people have met their spouses because of their beauty. So when you're taking something from someone, even as something as small as someone's looks, all that is for a purpose that makes up that person's package, and you have no right to take that from them. And so God is going to deal with you because now you're saying you're going to play God. You're taking from this person. You don't even appreciate how he has created you. You're saying he's made a mistake with you. He said his works are fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are his works. So when you're taking someone else's beauty and you're coveting what belongs to another person, another human being, you're saying you don't like the way God created you. God shows who he wants to look a certain way. You might not have been blessed with a significant amount of beauty, just like we all have something different that we're blessed. We have different gifts and skills, but you have something that God gave you. But instead of looking at and appreciating what God gave you, you wanted to covet what belonged to another human being. So therefore, you have inhibited that person from fulfilling their destiny. And then you didn't even achieve your own because now you're looking at someone else and you're trying to keep up with them. And you've done something that you're not even supposed to be doing. You've taken everything from this human being because you want to be jealous. You want to covet. And you didn't want to appreciate the things that God has given you because you were too busy looking at somebody else trying to keep up with the Joneses. And so now you have not only hindered the destiny of another human being, but you did not even fulfill your own destiny that God had for you. And so God is ready to now issue out some severe forms of punishments and judgments because he has given many of you a lot of time to get it together, and you have not done so. You have continued to covet. You have continued to steal from other human beings. You have continued to take things that you knew did not belong to you. And so I'm here to let you know, those of you who have lost everything, you need to go to God today. Okay, just like a loss. Like if you ever had a business, you know that there's been a loss, you can cash out on that loss if you have insurance. And we have insurance through the kingdom of heaven, through the kingdom of God. God, we can file a claim with God and he's going to reimburse us. Okay, you have to go to him and let him know, hey, Lord, this has happened to me, this injustice, and I've lost out on things. I've lost out on time. I've lost out on my marriage. I cannot have my business. I cannot fulfill my destiny. I've spent money and years working hard on things that I was not able to receive because people have stolen that from me. And so God is going to reimburse you, and he is going to judge those people who have taken those things from you. Believe me, God is a God of judgment and justice, but you have to believe that he is not going to allow the enemy to continue to get away with the things that they have done to you. But you have to go to him and let him know, and he will reimburse you.